It's week 5 of the NFL, and we'll see Quan Alexander, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Raiders and the Packers on Monday Night Prime Time.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. Leading them out, still one of the most recognizable QBs in the game and one of the most fun QBs in his 5th season. It's Gardner Minshew.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Minshew looking to throw it right off the bat. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tucker. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and a yard.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Here's Nixon, fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Love looking to throw it. Steps away. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And this one out quickly to James. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Off play action, it's Minshew. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander, and the Packers are going to have it here at their own 15.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game. Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Love. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Looking deep here for Dobbs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. yards as they gain that time. 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun is Minshew. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after the main field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw it, Minshew. This is caught. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the... On 2nd down, Jacobs. Oh, what a move. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
And the Packer 1st down.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down.
Got it. Ready?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. Out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. To throw, here's Willis. Escape it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Malik Willis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead to... Going to begin the drive here with Madison. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Here's 3rd and 10. Now Minshew. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Willis rolling to his left. And this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, 67 yards. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard.
Here's Minshew. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands. This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
It's taken to the 26. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
This 2nd and 4. The shotgun snap to Willis. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Dillon. Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did, says the referee. Barely. 1st down. Now they'll look to Willis to throw. this is incomplete.
That open man that time, they ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the gun, here's Willis. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Willis rushing into the line in a hurry here. Third down, it's Willis. On the move to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down, Willis. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. For a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Madison will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Here's Willis. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Willis now off play action. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Minshew, 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Bowers. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 3. Minshew sets to throw. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Kirk Cousins, terrific in the victory as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. DeAndre Swift, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. It was a strong first half for the well-traveled quarterback, Gardner Minshew. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
Nixon now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found it.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now Willis. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. In motion right, Dobbs. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. That's caught by Sims. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. To the air on first down, here's Willis. Flushed out right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to get the foot. On third down, they run with Madison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Going to run with Madison again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Minshew throwing on third down. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready?
Play action this time with Love. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And his throw is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Going back to Love. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And Love now to pass on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Holding. Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Ready.
So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20. Love, they go play action now. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Alexander Mattison with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Nixon. This taken in right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards. On 1st and 10, Love. He'll complete this one to Watson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Ready.
Love now. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Love from the gun. That's hauled in by Musgrave for the Packer touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And that's caught at the 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Approach defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Oh, the motion comes too late, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. So they came in here facing a very tall task going against the NFL's #1 ranked defense, but they got the job done. Charles, really an outstanding performance.
They certainly showed that they weren't going to be intimidated, didn't they? They took out the best defense in the NFL today, took it right to them, and that's against a group of guys that's used to shutting people down. To me, this is going to be a signature moment for this team season.
So for the Raiders, they move back over 503-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.